All right. Thanks for joining me. Let's first, can you park your pencils? Thank you. Tell me, remind me, what is schema? You can tell me and remind me what schema is. Can you turn to somebody next to you and tell them what schema is?
Background knowledge. Schema is background knowledge.
Ooh. Fritz, can you repeat that? Because I like the full sentence you used.
Schema is background knowledge and stuff you already know.
If you agree, give me a thumbs up if you agree. Yeah. Schema is background knowledge and stuff we already know. So, look at the title of this book. What's it say? Egypt. How do you feel like your schema is on Egypt? Do you think it's really small or do you think it's really big? Show me with your hands. Why is it so big right now? Why is it so big, Eli?
We're all from this room and we're studying.
We are, yeah, that's true. It's all from our homeland and we're working on ancient Egypt. So your schema has gotten really big, right? It's from all the work we've done this month. So I want you to take a second and maybe just write one or two things for your schema in this box that we've used before. Just one or two things that you already know about Egypt. I'm going to kind of give you a time. I'm going to think about trying to finish it within a minute or a minute and a half, just so that we can move on to start reading our book too. Make sure your name's on the top and then the topic or the title is Egypt. Yep. I found this cool book online on Egypt, so I thought I'd print it. So they're a little different than our normal books because they're paper, but it was cool to find a book on Egypt for us. So you can shorten it, yeah. You don't have to write full sentences for your schema. What do you already know that we're going to add this new information to? Oh, I love how you're vigorously writing. Once you get two things, why don't you prep your pencil? I know you could write so many. You have your homework. I know we got to share some Egypt facts yesterday during unit studies. I'm sure there's so many things on your mind. Good one, I like that. Yeah. Totally, I think that's in a lot of people's schemas, right? When they think of Egypt. That's a good one from yesterday.
Yeah, I was
Yesterday. Alright. Oh, look at it. We're finished near the same time. Park your pencils back in front of the top of your paper. Yep, we will share. I want you to just pick one of them to share. I know you all wrote two. Make sure we're ready to listen those. I'm going to wait for Henry and Elias to pick the pencils. Great, Elias. Thanks for parking even though you weren't totally finished. All right, let's have Chloe go first. What's one thing for us? They like gravy?
And the most common dish is food.
Interesting. Fritz, what's something that you already have in your schema in Egypt?
They worship a lot of gods.
They do worship a lot of gods. Yep, thanks for
They
sharing one.
committed suicide.
Ooh, yeah, we did learn that yesterday.
Egyptians usually have pets like cats, dogs, and monkeys.
Yeah, they have a lot of different pets.
This is really short.
Yeah.
This is really short king.
Really, really short king. Yeah, and how about you?
They built pyramids.
They built pyramids. That's a great one. That's in a lot of people's schema when they think about Egypt. So this book about Egypt is not just about ancient Egypt. So that's why I picked it. It's because I'm hoping that Fritz, we're going to look at Egypt and learn a little more about maybe Egypt today and kind of put it in that schema that we have about ancient Egypt. Because I know that when you saw this title, you all thought about ancient Egypt facts, which is a great place to have a schema on. But this story is all going to be about Egypt today.
But they
And kind
still
of putting
do
it into,
worship.
putting it into the context of what we already know about ancient Egypt. So I would love for you to open your books to the table of contents.
That'd be really short. This one.
Yeah, that is a short pyramid. Open up to your table of contents.
It's like in the back.
Oh, I think
Where is the table of contents?
this one is the short pyramid to confuse the other enemies.
You found it. Look at the table of contents. What are the things that you are going to learn in the table? Where is the table of contents? Oh, there you go. You just passed it by one. What are some things that you're going to learn about? Yeah.
History in Egypt.
The history, and do you think that's where your schema will really, that's where like the things you already know are going to be in that section? What else, Fritz?
And animals.
Animals, yeah. Do you think that's just in ancient Egypt? Or do you think that's animals from today too?
Animals today.
Yeah. Elias, what else did you learn about land? What do you think that means, land? What do you think that means in the land section? Think of that.
Well, how they used to maybe have ancient Egypt used to be how their part of the place used to be and how it is now.
Sure, like the land, like
Yeah.
how did it used to be? Do you remember?
It used to be all sandy,
Yeah.
but now it's might be a little dry.
Oh, remember how we talked about it wasn't always a desert?
Yeah.
That it wasn't always a desert because
Yeah.
it was on that. It was actually kind of wet in where it was for a while. Yeah, Eli.
The land might be like stuff on the land.
Oh, like landforms or things that are there. Cool. I see so many other things, great things. I want you to come up with a question right now about, before we even turn, what do you want to know when we do this first section? Actually, not the first section, where is it? I want to think of a question for that second section. Point to the second section. The second heading, there we go. What kind of question do you think you could ask yourself while you read that? Yeah.
Like I would say like, what do you mean people like back like in ancient Egypt now?
Eli, what question did you have?
What did they wear?
What did people wear, or what do they wear now? Leah,
What were their hairstyles?
what are their hairstyles? Interesting. So let's read first, where is it? Which I know that we probably kind of know that section already. So let's open up to that. Where is it? What special thing do you see added to our story here that helps us understand? It's one of those inserts. It's a special tool. What do you see, Chloe? A map, and that helps us to understand, right? Use your phone to read this page. Go for it. Okay, I'm gonna have you start with me.
Where is it? The Arab? The Arab?
Arab is how you pronounce
The
it.
Arab Republic of Egypt is in the northern part of Africa. A small part of Egypt, the Sinai Peninsula, is actually in Asia.
That's interesting, huh?
Yeah. Sinai Peninsula shares
Let's try that word again.
Peninsula
Let's break it up into pieces that we can read. So I'm gonna go back to this one.
Peninsula.
So
Peninsula.
there you go. Peninsula.
Peninsula shares its eastern border with Israel and the Gaza Strip.
Do you know what a peninsula is? If you look at the map and you see it, do you know what a peninsula is? This is it right here. This is that Sinai. What is a peninsula, or how would you describe that?
Like a little island that's still attached.
Yeah, that is kind of a good way to describe it. Yeah, so it's like surrounded by water, but it's still attached. Good one. Okay, finish it.
To the north of Egypt, is the Mediterranean.
Yeah, you can stay on this page.
Is the Mediterranean.
I love that you use
Sea.
the pronunciation guide.
And the east is the Red Sea. The country has 2,450 kilometers of coastline. The country of Sudan is south of Egypt, to the west of Libya.
What do you do when you finish reading that page? Remember?
You put your
Oh,
phone
no.
down and
Reread it. Perfect. Go to the next page. A little more information on where it is. When you finish this section, I would love for you to write down another name. When you finish this page, I want you to write down one thing that you've learned on either of these two pages. Chloe, I'm going to come to you. So look at this. That's weird. Actually,
side as it did 1,000 years ago. More than 11 million people live there today. Cairo is a mixture of ancient and modern buildings, historic buildings, and places of worship for Muslims stand near other modern buildings. Cairo is also a mixture of bustling city streets and grassy city next to Lush in England fair tiles and land is so scarce, some of these areas are used for farms. In older areas, the streets are narrow and crowded, and here people shop at covered bazaars, tea and coffee houses, provide places for people to enjoy local refreshments. The capital of Egypt is located in the north The Egypt capital is Cairo.
Did you write some more new information? You have some new information that you know in that section. See, a lot of people writing the same thing. I mean, oh my gosh, all of you guys have the same effect. Was there anything else that you learned from those pages?
Cairo is a really busy place. The capital of Egypt is north along the
Along the Nile, that's always safe too. What did you say? It's the capital is located in the north along the Nile River too. And for its use of the capital is Cairo. Isn't that funny that we all wrote our names in fact is the capital? I think Henry's got a different one for us. What did you write, Henry?
More than 11 million people live there.
In that capital city of Cairo, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. So remember that question we had when we were going forward in this next section. So turn your page to the next section. I'm going to wait and I'll let Elias and Chloe finish
Oh,
up.
I accidentally read this.
Oh, that's good. Flip it over to that next section about people. Remember all those questions we had? See if any of our questions get answered. See if any of our questions get answered when we read this section on people. You can use your phones. This section is 2 pages long again. You can read both pages. And then when you finish, write down a fact. Fix, did you get that? Were you listening?
I listened that we had to read this and write a fact down.
Read both pages and write a fact. Okay, make sure you're listening to me before you start reading, okay? Elias, can you start over and read to me?
People use ground water for washing, and they use river water for
Let's try to break this up into pieces. So it's actually here. Just R-I-G. R-I-G, again. How do you pronounce R-I-G? Just send it out. R-I-G, how would you say that? Rig, yep, so here, rig. And that A is going to say A. And then A, irrigating. That's a hard word. Use rig.
crops. The rest of the country contains many deserts and mountains. Many farmers grow cotton and textile.
Nice, yeah.
Industry of the Ohio
Yep.
and
Fertile.
Nile.
Yep.
Farmers also grow wheat, rice, corn, beans, fruits, and vegetables in Egypt City. Many people work in service industries such as hotels, restaurants, and banks. Tourism is important for Egypt's economy. In addition, people work for factories to produce cloth and products and products.
That's going to be looking at us. Yep.
Protest
Oh, this is going to just
process.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Give me the next one.
too. Although most people live in Granada, a few groups who live in the deserts, the Bedouins.
Yeah, nice job using the pronunciation there.
Heard it and mostly in deserts around the country. Most Egyptians are Muslims or followers of the religion of Islam. Some Egyptians follow Christian religions.
I think something either of these students that was new information to them right now. You should email me and wrote down what was new information too. Oh yeah, that was that. Arabic. Yeah, cool. What's another thing you learned about people? Arabic. Let's say I would say.
I also learned that some Egyptians follow Christian religions.
Christian religions too. Yeah, that's interesting. What are the most of them follow? What religion do you prefer? Can we look back? Can you look? I bet you can find. You don't have to use your phone to look back with me. Can you find this word?
Most of the people that are Muslims follow the religion of Islam.
Yeah. So what do they mostly follow? Yeah. Yep. And they call themselves Muslims. Love how you were able to find that really fast. Great. I love that your pencils are cartoon. You finished. We're gonna be able to share those facts out. I'm gonna let Eli finish. While Eli's finishing up, why don't we go around? We'll start with Henry this time. Henry, what did you write?
Most people in Egypt speak Arabic.
Arab. Yeah. Yeah. What did you write, Elias? About the people.
Some people speak different languages.
So there's some different languages. Perfect. I think it looks good enough. Linnea, what'd you write?
Most Egyptians speak Arabic.
Arabic. Yeah. So a lot of people writing the same fact again. That's
Some
funny.
Egyptians follow Christian religion.
Some, and what do others follow? Some follow Christian religion. Look back in there and you see where it says what else they follow. Henry, do you remember it? Islam is the other one. Yeah, we looked back too because he told me the same thing. Fritz, what'd you write?
Most farmers grow cotton.
Most farmers grow cotton.